All right, before we get to Keith's forecast, we really wanted to share this picture that Gail took in Belgrade of a raccoon who really wanted some breakfast at 5:15 this morning. Thanks so much for sending in your picture. How cute is that?
It's the eye contact
yes.
that really makes
it's like
the
you got
picture.
me.
Yeah.
Can you give me like 5 more minutes?
In the moment.
How many birds do you think get fed with bird feeders? I feel like it's mostly other woodland
squirrels
creatures.
and
That are actually getting in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cute still. Today was pretty cloudy, but as I mentioned when I was on the weather deck there, we are breaking some of that.
Okay.
Late day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take it, it's better than nothing, but it is funny that we've cleared out a couple of days this week at like 5 p.m.
You know, actually, Keith, my dad would tell you that's very common for Maine in the summer.
Yeah.
Like it just throughout the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
No,
right
it's
before the
true.
sun goes
That's
down,
true.
everything
Beautiful
works itself
sunset.
out.
So
Yeah.
the reason for that is largely just has to do with the sun angle and like how much heating is going on at the surface and driving some clouds up, and then you settle that and the clouds can go away. But I mean, I'll take it. We'll take whatever we can get, right? Some late day sun, we have it. We've got some showers and storms across northern New Hampshire. These are very slow moving, so keep an eye on that because there are some downpours for northern Oxford County that could be heavy later this evening. In the meantime, as Sammy was just mentioning, look at how the clouds thin out there over the last few frames. So we're seeing some late day, at least peaks of sun in spots that really struggled all day today as far as cloud cover went, especially along the coastline. Did better Bangor North, temperatures responded there. Tonight we go back into the clouds, temperatures in the low 60s to upper 50s depending on your location. And we start tomorrow a lot like today, which was cloudy. Temperatures are a bit on the cool side in the 60s, kind of mirroring that ocean temperature as they tend to with the onshore flow. But I think by later in the day, midday into the afternoon, we start to clear out a bit and see some sunshine. It might be hard fought in the mid-coast and down east, but I think most of us break out and temperatures are in the 70s by the afternoon. A couple of isolated showers, but most of us are dry. And then the clouds come back on Friday night and Saturday. And so we talked about the weekend, obviously, and it looks pretty good to me, but I will admit that the low-level moisture on the models concerns me a bit because combined with the southeast flow, it leads to me to believe that we're going to struggle to get rid of some of these clouds on Saturday. And so I put mostly cloudy along the coastline here on Saturday. You can see there's even an isolated pop-up shower. I don't think there's many of those. Best chance of sun will be in the mountains, central and northern New Hampshire. I'm hoping these models are overly pessimistic about that low-level moisture, but I don't have any reason to really doubt how this is set up with those southeast winds continuing on Sunday. Once again, we probably start with clouds and end up with a mixture of sun and clouds in the afternoon. So not quite as much sunshine as I envisioned for the weekend a couple of days ago, but that's where we've adjusted this forecast. We do have showers and storms coming in Monday afternoon, and then behind that, likely pretty warm Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even into Thursday. How warm? Well, it depends on a low that's nearby, but we should be able to get into the mid-80s at least. And if the GFS is right, we'll be squarely into the 90s, so we'll keep an eye on how that evolves. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I noticed the cloud cover first, guys, by the high temperatures being lower. So I was looking at the models and I said, well, okay, they had 83 before. Why are we 76 now? Then I went to the relative humidity, which is what we use to check out cloud cover, and I go, uh-oh, that looks fairly cloudy down there. So maybe it'll reverse itself tonight, but for now I'd rather play it this way and we'll see where we go from there.
Be prepared for it.
Yep.
Keith, thank you.